What determines the color of your skin, hair, and eyes? The answer begins with a pigment called melanin. Melanin is produced by specialized cells in the body known as melanocytes. These cells are found primarily in the skin, hair follicles, and eyes. The amount and type of melanin they produce influence visible pigmentation. But pigment is not decided at the surface, it begins in the genome. Inside each melanocyte are genes, sequences of DNA that carry instructions for building proteins. Some of these genes code for enzymes that are essential to producing melanin. One of the most important is an enzyme called tyrosinase. Tyrosinase helps convert the amino acid tyrosine into melanin through a series of chemical reactions. When this process functions normally, pigment develops during early growth and continues throughout life. If the genes responsible for producing these enzymes contain certain variants, the process changes. In many forms of albinism, the genes that help produce melanin do not function properly. As a result, melanin production is greatly reduced or absent. Albinism is typically inherited in a recessive pattern. This means a child must inherit a non-working copy of the gene from both parents. Parents may carry one copy of the variant gene and never show signs of the condition themselves. But when two carriers have a child, there is a probability that the child will inherit both copies. Without sufficient melanin, skin and hair appear very light. The eyes may also be affected because melanin plays a role in visual development. Melanin also serves another purpose. It helps absorb and disperse ultraviolet radiation from sunlight. Without it, the skin is more sensitive to UV exposure and requires additional protection. Albinism occurs across all populations worldwide. It is not limited to one region or ethnicity. It is one example of how small genetic variations can produce visible differences in human biology. At the molecular level, these differences begin with DNA. Small variations in genetic code can produce visible change.